Hi, I'm Wendy from Shiny Happy World, and in this video I'm going to show you how to make this cute bird applique pattern with an extra twist because it comes in 2 sizes so that you can add it to other animals. Here's how you do it. This is the video showing you how to do this if you are not using a light box. So I've got all of the pieces prepared. That means I've got them cut out. I've got my fusible adhesive fused to the back side of the fabric. All of the pieces cut out on the solid lines. And the dotted lines I have transferred to the fabric side of the paper. And you can do this by just holding it up to a window, and that'll make these lines shine right through the fabric and you can see them. I've also got a solid line here that's on the interior of the piece. Those are the eyelashes, and they're optional. You don't need to include those, but I am going to in this sample. So I transferred those also to the fabric side of the paper. And I just do that with a fine tip Sharpie, nothing fancy. It is a permanent pen, but I'm going to stitch over that with black thread. So you'll never see the marker again, and it doesn't matter that it's permanent. One other thing that I wanted to show you before we get started is that this piece has a contrasting belly piece, which you can use or not. It depends on what you want your bird to look like. But because I wanted you to be able to do it both ways, I did not cut away the excess on the belly. And that's fine. You can just layer one piece of fabric over the other. But if you want to conserve a little fabric, and also if you don't want to have multiple layers of fabric, you can cut this apart. What you want to do is cut it inside the belly where it's going to be covered by that piece, and just cut it about 1/4 inch from that dotted line. Now, if you were doing this to conserve fabric, you would want to cut this away while it's still a paper piece before you fuse it to your fabric. I just wanted to have it here. I did it this way so that I could show you both options, but I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this. I will use that for something else. Okay, now all the pieces are ready to go. Here's how to put it together. So we're going to start with the big body piece because that's going to be the main piece that we want to position in here. Just peel away the backing and put it where we want it. So this little line here, the front of his face, I kind of like going straight up and down. And I've got the pattern. This is a really simple pattern. So you don't really need the placement guide unless you're using a light box, but just in case, you've got it here. Oh, and I forgot to mention, I also made the pieces available really small so that you can put them on top of another animal's head. So I made it, the size is right to fit on the capybara and the hippo and the cat, but you can probably fit it on a lot of other things as well. I just checked those 3 because I thought they would be particularly excellent for a little bird. So he is actually tipped back a little bit, so I'm going to try and duplicate that angle. It's not important, but if you want to make it exactly like the block, use that placement guide as a guide. And I'm going to put it down just a little bit. All right, next up, we're going to put that belly piece in place. And we just want to make sure that the edges, that everything lines up at the edges there. And you want to lay it down so that it overlaps that chalk line that you transferred. Once you have overlapped that line, you know you've got a good amount of coverage so that you have room to do your stitching, your top stitching over it, and you'll be able to wash it without edges coming loose. And then we've got the beak, same thing. I'm not sure if you can see this, but this is a chalk line on there. It's very light, but I'm going to tuck it back there until it is covered. And then I know I've got good coverage there. And then finally, we have his eye. And that goes right where it's marked. All right, I am going to take this over to my ironing board and fuse it in place. And then I will do all of the outline stitching and bring it back here and show you the finished bird, and also show you 2 examples that I made with the tiny birds on top of other animals' heads. Okay, here is the finished bird. This is the big bird, but let me show you the 2 tiny birds. So this one I added to the capybara because they often have little birds on their heads, oddly. And then I did one more version. In this one, you can see the bird on the hippo's head. And just as a reminder, this one I did applique the bird, the eye, and on this one I used a little dot of fabric paint for the eye. Both of you give you good results, but I understand that not everybody wants to applique an eye that's that tiny. So just as a reminder, this bird is sized to fit. I know for sure that he will fit on the capybara, the hippo, the cat, and the rhinoceros, but he will also, you'll be able to add him into lots of other blocks. You can put him on the side of some animals, you can put him down in front, you can move him, you can set him on somebody's ear. There's lots of different ways that you can play with him. And if you need to size him bigger or smaller, that is an easy thing to adjust. The pattern has information on how you can adjust the size of any of your blocks, not just the itty bitty guys. So that is the new bird pattern. I'm Wendy from Shiny Happy World, and I will see you next time.